in the last episode that's on the channel, episode 5, we went and done a bit of a live stream. And on that live stream, we found something rather special. There you go. We found these 17 diamonds. Now, I put the live stream on the channel because I want you to be able to see when we actually came across our diamonds. And also on there, we broke through into the deep dark. There's a lot of skulk sensors around making lots of noise that scared me rotten. And we've done a bit of resource gathering, like collecting wood, oak, birch, all the good stuff. Now, what I do want to do in this episode, the first thing I want to do in this episode at least, we have got some stone smelting up there, which will become apparent the reason why very soon. I want to craft our first ever diamond pickaxe. And there you go, we have it. Now, we're not going to be using it, so we're going to put that in there along with the rest of them. This is also new from episode 4 when you may have last tuned in. So this is our valuables chest. We've got our emeralds, our diamonds, our iron, our redstone, our lapis, gold, copper, loads of different things in here, including our enchanted golden apple and our regular golden apple. We've also got a bow and our fishing rod in here. Now out here, if you remember, we had a couple of chests out here with a load of things inside it. But the reason why we have an upstairs, and yes, this roof has now been filled in. The reason why we had an upstairs is because we wanted to put chests down so that we had places to store things. So we've got all of our different wood types along with the saplings in here. We've got spruce, we've got oak, we've got cherry, we've got birch, and we've got acacia. We still need to get some mangrove propagules, so we get the mangrove wood. We still need to get some dark oak. So there's still a few more woods that we need to get. We have our different stone types in here, not a great deal in there, granted. Dirt in that one, coal in that one, sugarcane in that one. Anything that we eat, potentially could plant to eat in that one. Mob drops in this one, so we've got like our flint and our music disc and our bones. I'm really happy we've got 6 bones, because if we come across a little doggy, then, or wolf I should say, then we can tame them and they become a dog. Then we've got flowers and wool in that one, other meh items in this one, and our crops in this one. So as things stand at the moment, our crops are not far from being able to farm and then replant again. Our sugarcane is looking pretty good, so I think I'll just chop that down now while we're here. And as you can see, we've got our cow crusher over there. I have plans for that cow crusher in this episode. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a little building around it that just makes it look a bit better than just a great big stone block sticking out of the ground. And that's one reason why we have cobblestone smelting into stone blocks in our furnace at the moment, because we're going to turn those into stone bricks so that we can start the building of it. What we also have from a previous episode, from episode 4 I think it was, over here we have our lava farm, and it's what I've been using lava to smelt the stone. It's been working very nicely. I'm very happy with it. So we'll go back in here and we'll put our sugarcane away. I can't believe I actually remembered where that was first time around. That's a miracle. So what we can then do is come down here. We need to put that in there and take that out. So we've got ourselves a stone cutter right here. And we just put a stone in here and we select which of these we want. Now, I do want some of those, and I want some of those. Now I want to get some wood, and I believe we'll just use normal oak for the time being on here. And then if we come over here, I've kind of mapped out in my head what I want to do with the area. So I'm going to start by taking out some of the dirt around it and then putting in like a wooden flooring. And it'd actually be easy if I just use my shovel. And this will hopefully just make the area where the cows are being kept, I don't want to say hostage or anything like that, but where they're being kept, where they're being housed, that's probably a better way of putting it. Just makes it look a little better, you know, makes it feel a bit more homely for them. And, you know, because at the end of the day, animal welfare is obviously very important. So this is basically our floor. And as you see, we've got ladders here that we can climb up. And then we just come up here. We get our wheat. And we breed them. Get a little bit of XP for it as well. We can drop down because it's not too far to drop down. What I then want to do is if we put... That needs to go out one further. And we get the planks again. Now, most people would build this on a copy of their world or on a creative world or something like that. Just so they know what they're doing and to make sure it all looks the way they want it to. I've not done that because that would require far too much planning for me. So what I will then do, I'm very much freestyling this. I think I'll do one more up there. If we come up here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we come over here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the sun is going down, so we will have to pop back in and go to sleep very soon because I am not staying out here to have monsters attacking me. And it's just started raining as well, and it will probably turn into a storm, that one. So let's get inside our house and let's sleep for the night. And that noise was an Enderman. Oh my word, look at them all. So we've killed those. And yes, I didn't really talk a great deal then because I was not wanting to die, quite honestly. So I thought I'd concentrate. I'm just coming around here to see if there's any more mobs waiting for us. Okay, so we'll come back over to here. We're going to strip this wood. And then I think what we will do now is if we put these on here, because it will be that way that we pretty much come in. So I don't want it to be a full-on build or anything like that. It's not going to be like a big house around it or anything. But I just really want it to be something that just covers up the majority of that cobblestone, so it just doesn't look as ugly as what it otherwise would do. Now we need to get some more. It's very compact in there. There's not much room for manoeuvring. We're just going to come back in here, grab some more stone from out of here, and where I'm leaving some gaps, I'll show you what I mean in a moment. But where I'm leaving some gaps, that's where I'm going to be wanting to put some glass once we have windows. And again, this is the kind of thing we can make look pretty as time goes on as well. It doesn't all have to be done in one go. So just finish off these parts here. What have we done around that way? So around here, we've got the bottom one is empty. So just fill this in. And then we have glass in the bottom here, glass in the bottom here, glass in the bottom here, and then around the front we'll have glass and glass, and also we'll have a door just on there. Now, one reason why I'm doing this is because I watched a Let's Play before where somebody had their own little cow enclosure, or their cow crusher I should say, and they never put anything around it, and they went in there one time and a creeper was in there waiting to blow them up, and as you can imagine, that wasn't the greatest experience in the world for them. They certainly didn't enjoy it, and like I say, I also just think it makes it look just a little bit better. I'll say it looks a little bit better, but it doesn't look great at the moment, I'll grant you that much. But once we might put some stained glass in there, something like that. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to get a little field, or an area of the field done, where we can plant some crops. First of all, I've got to find my hoe. Oh, it's downstairs actually. So, sorry. So we're going to grab these, because when we do eventually find villagers, we're going to want to have some pumpkins and melons. So if we do say 20 to begin with, and 20 of those to begin with. I knew there was something I was going to forget. Right, what we've got in here by way of slabs, that'll do for now. Don't usually put fancy blocks like stone slabs down, but I'm not going to use this area because I want this to be used for extending our crop field. But what I think I will do is come down here and use this area. So this part here is where we go down into our mines. And then I think if we just clear out an area here, we can use this to start growing our pumpkins and our melons. And like I say, if we can find a villager later on, we can hopefully get a farmer villager that will trade us emeralds for our pumpkins and our melons. So we don't want to go too far forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Put water in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put water in here. That'll be for a later date because we need to go back up there and get water in it. So what we'll do now, 1, 2, 3. This is how I do all of my 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is how I do all of my pumpkin and melon farms. And I just find you just get so many pumpkins and melons doing it this way. It's actually insane how many you can get, and especially once you've got silk touch on an axe and you can pick up a whole melon rather than melon slices. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we've gone one too far there. We need to go get some more water. And then once we've got this water, we will be good to go. Right, let's grab that. Then let's get back down here. As you see, some of them are already starting to soil back over because they're too far away from the water source. And then bung that on there. What I will do as well is drop that on here and that on here. Now we might not have enough melons and pumpkins on us at the moment to completely fill all of this. So we've missed one on that one, that's fine. Then do this one. One, two, three, four, and that's it. So this will now start to hydrate. We can bung this out here. And now we are in a position where we start planting our seeds. So I'll do pumpkins, then switch over and do melons. So they both get 2 rows each, that's 9 each effectively. Then we come back here. Then we come back to these. Now if you have got bone meal in your inventory, you can speed the process along just a little. So we're going to need to go to bed anyway, but we do need to go back to the house to collect some more pumpkin and melon seeds. We'll go to sleep first. Then we'll come back up here. Oh, we've got one us. So we can do another 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which gives us another 8 possible of those. And then once these all grow, or start growing, we can then come back down, farm them, and get more seeds and replant them. Okay, So we get one more melon seed. I should really start making like some stairs or something like that around here so that it's easier to get out without having to keep jumping up blocks all the time. Then you won't have to hear me keep hitting the space bar button. We've got a melon seed there, so we can use that. Put that in there, and then we put them back up there. Where are our flowers? They can go in there. The rotten flesh can go in there. And the seeds can go in there. Wonderful, wonderful, lovely jubbly. Then we just go and plant this seed. So what we're aiming for with the cow crusher as well is that hopefully before long, there you go, you'll start seeing the subtitles say cow hurts, cow dies. And then that way we will start getting steak and leather appearing in the chests at the bottom of there. So if we just jump up a minute, fill up our bucket with water again. So yeah, just in there you'll just start getting leather and steak appearing. So we put our steak, wheat back in our hands, we'll start feeding it again. And that's enough. It does take a little while, and I will be doing some general resource stuff off camera, and while I'm doing that I will keep feeding the cows, and then hopefully it won't be too long before we start getting, because I did have leather in here somewhere. Oh, yep, there it is in that one. So bundle this back up in there. And I think what we'll do is probably call it a day for the... Actually, there was one more thing I was going to do. I was going to put a door on there. See, as we've got them in there, we might as well use them. Oh, go on. But we'll use a pink door because then it also gives it a bit of a running theme on this area that we use pink doors. Lovely jubbly. And I think the only other thing that's left to do is to ensure we have a little bit of light around here. Oh, hang on, just realised that we don't need to have them there on that one, so let's take those out. So at the moment this area is perfectly safe in terms of mobs getting in there, with the exception of like baby zombies, for example, that can jump up and fit through one gap. Spiders could fit through here as well, but in terms of creepers getting in there, we are pretty much solid. We do still need to put a roof on, and I'm thinking I'm going to go for a spruce roof in a completely different style to that one. And I will probably do that off camera because I'm conscious that this episode is around the 20-minute mark already. And even though the live stream one is obviously an hour or over an hour, I don't really want to aim too much for the episodes to be over the half an hour mark, or over the 20-minute mark, I should say. So I think what we will do is we will say goodbye here. Please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And episode 6 will be out in 2 or 3 days' time. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the start of your week as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.